Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crafty Author. My name is Anissa. I am the Crafty Author, and we are having our sew along. And so I'm gonna wait until a few of you pop on here because I know it takes it a few minutes, not a few minutes, but a few seconds before people start getting the notification. So I'll just sit here and relax. Maybe I'll take a nap. Just kidding. How is everyone doing today? I am doing great. Hi, Jackie. I'll be honest with you, I am a little pooped out. So, yeah, I'm a little tired. I don't, how can you be tired when you're quarantined, right? And in your house and you can't really go anywhere. I think it's because of not being able to really do much, honestly. We are going to be doing a few things given the time, whatever, however much time we have. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Pam, Teresa. Hi, everyone. Debbie, welcome. I'm so excited. Hi, Bert. So we are going to be, I've sewn all my squares together. Now remember, this was a block that I made as block of the month for March, I believe. Yeah, Sawtooth Star. So if you're wanting to skip ahead, then go ahead. This is just kind of a, hi Glenna. This is just where we're sewing along and we're chatting. So everybody is welcome. Okay. Tonight, what I'm going to do, since I did sew all of these, I sewed them all for every single block. Boy, I'm pooped. Actually, this was the highlight of my day. I am going to start cutting these. I'm going to show you how I do this. You guys have seen me do this before, but we're going to do this. And then if there's enough time afterwards, what we'll do is we'll press them. And just like, just like we're sewing along together. So get your project. If you're doing this one, grab it. Let's start working on it. If you are going to do something different, that's great. Grab that too. You can crochet. You can do whatever you want. I still need to finish crocheting that Yoda hat for my grandson. I really am kind of sad. I haven't gotten to see my new grandbaby very much at all. I feel like I don't even hardly know him. When Alex was born, he's my firstborn grandson. He's 3. I was over there. Hi, Diane. I went over and saw my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandson like a lot. And now that Nate, or his name is Nathaniel, but I haven't seen him very much. I think I've seen him like 5 times maybe. And I'm sad because I've only gotten to really snuggle with him like twice. I mean, really snuggle with him. He's so precious. And my daughter sends me pictures of him. And he's got the bluest eyes and his hair is actually kind of red. He's such a beautiful baby. He looks like my daughter did when she was born. And I just haven't gotten to hold him very much. Oh, it's hard, isn't it, Debbie? And they only live 2 blocks away. So it's really sad. But I don't want to risk getting them sick if I'm sick. My daughter, she doesn't want them to risk getting us sick. But my husband got to go on a walk. He walked our dog earlier this week. And he took our dog Sophie for a walk and met up with the kids, and he's gotten to see him a little bit, but it's hard when they want to run up to you and be like, oh, grandpa. And we also had dropped off some food so that the kids didn't have to go to the store. I bought eggs, and I got a 5 dozen pack from Costco and split it up between the family. And my grandson cried when we left. Oh, Yes, they're so precious. I just miss them so much. They bring me such joy and I miss them. And I feel like I'm missing out on the little one growing up. Even though I'm going to have him in about 2 weeks when my daughter goes back to work. So I probably should kind of enjoy my time, but I'm not. It's different when you're a grandparent, as you know. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down a little bit. Oh my gosh, you have 8 of them. Oh, you are so blessed. I love grandbabies. They're so awesome. I wish I could have had them first. I love my children, but I was so focused. And, oh, Teresa. But when you're a parent, you're so focused on being a parent and you're in that moment and you have to teach your kids all these things like manners and, you know, clean your room, all the non-fun stuff. And then you have grandbabies. And you don't have, I mean, you still have to do that, but not really. You know, that's their parents' job. As a grandparent, I can give them Kool-Aid and it's okay. They're not going to fly off the walls all night. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pam. That's got to be so heartbreaking. Wow, Jackie, that's wonderful. They are. I love grandbabies. They're the best. They're just the best. And my mom would agree too. She tells me that having great grands is even cooler. So I'm not there quite yet, but I believe her. She says it gets even better. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. So if you get dizzy, I need you guys to kind of just close your eyes for a minute, okay? Because I'm just gonna lower this camera. And just bear with me here for a sec. I don't know why. I really need to get a new camera stand from my cell phone. I have to do the lives on my cell phone. I could do them on my tablet, but I don't have a holder for that, so it would be pointless. All right, so we have this middle piece here. You see where we drew our line, and you can see that I sewed 1/4 of an inch on each side. I know, wouldn't that be wonderful, Debbie? Okay, so there's that. I mean, I guess we probably could do something like that. But I will be honest, we are running out of elastic here. I did go and buy some more. So I just cut on that line in half. Now I'm going to keep these 2 pieces together because no 2 pieces are alike. So if I were to mix these up, and I think I told you this in my video before. So if I were to cut this one and then mix and match in here, they probably won't line up because these were specifically cut the way that they were sewn. Did that make sense? Gosh, I hope that made sense. Oh, I never thought of that in the fitted sheets. Oh, that's a really cool idea. I hadn't thought of that. We could do that. Let me think about that. We might be able to do something like that. We would have to sew those as a group and then donate them probably to our local hospitals. I know that there are some nurses here at a hospital where there's, okay, so remember I told you about, yeah, lots of seam ripping. I'm just going to put these together. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just sitting here kind of just blah, blah. So we're going to put this, we're going to keep these together, and I'm just going to use a quilt clip so that I know that those 2 go together. There are the company I was telling you about. Oh, get back on track, girl. Get back on track. They donated sewing machines to the nurses at a hospital to keep them so that they could keep sewing their own face masks, which I thought was really, really sweet. But wow, yeah, the nurses are having to sew their own masks, which is kind of a crazy thing. But yeah, they did. I saw that today on their website, or actually it was an email that came through. It is on their website, but it was an email that came through. It's the same one that I was telling you about where I get my AccuQuilt stuff. They are so incredibly fantastic at that sewing store. I love them. They are the nicest people there. And I really just can't say enough good things about them. They have just very, very kind hearts. So they're the kind of people that you want to hang around with. All right, so these are all cut now. And since they all have to be kind of kept together, they really didn't think this part through very well. But it's okay, it'll work. I'm still going to keep it with, well, I don't know. Do I really need to? I'm thinking, hold on. I'm trying to think if I should keep these together or just kind of worry about these for now. Nope. I better keep the whole thing together, because if I don't, you know what'll happen. Everything will get messed up. So we're going to keep them together. That's what we're going to do. And these are still the little 3.5-inch corner squares. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm clipping everything, but everything. I think I'm ready for a nice hot bath and maybe some mindless TV. You know what's on tonight is The Blacklist. Ooh, I love The Blacklist. That's my favorite show. I have been a James Spader fan since the 1980s. And, oh my goodness. Yeah. He's one of my favorites. I can't say that about too many people. Well, and I really like Robert Downey Jr. too. I like him as Iron Man. I think he's pretty awesome as Iron Man. But, yeah. But I do like The Blacklist. I watch it every Friday night when it's on. I'm kind of surprised at how early that show comes on, to be honest. It's kind of a crazy show. It can be not such a good family show. It's a little bit violent. If you hear noise, if you guys hear noise, we are finally getting our shower door installed in our bathroom. So we had to wait a week. It was supposed to be here last week. And because of all this crap going on, they couldn't get out here to put it in. But since they've deemed building and real estate essential personnel, they can come and do that. So they're here today doing it. But it took a while to get the glass. No, I haven't watched that. Oh, yes, I have. I have seen that one, Jackie. I think I've seen like an episode of that. That is very interesting. Yeah, where they're finding out their ancestry and who they were related to. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know that sounds really bad. I don't know what they're doing because I'm in the basement. I guess we could take a walk up there and find out, right? Maybe I will. Towards the end, I'll take you up there and show you what it looks like. Because our bathroom, we had it, we've been having some home renovations done. And my brother-in-law's a tile setter. I think I told you that. Him and my brother. And so they did the tile work. So I got new tile floors. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome. And so this is, they did the tile work, and it turned out really great. We have it in the shower and on the floor. And so now we're getting the glass in the shower finally. I'm kind of excited. It'll be nice to take a shower again. Just YouTube? Yeah, I love it. You know, I will tell you this. I usually just have the TV on in the background, I think just for noise. Oh, really? In Windsor? That's not too far from me. That's just about probably 20 minutes up I-25. Oh, wow. In college already. Jeez, it does go by fast. These are going to be, oh, these blocks are 4-inch. These are the 4-inch blocks. So I put the two wrong sides together of the right sides. So I cut a 4-inch block of my, the white fabric, and then one of the color that I'm going to use, and then 4 inches, and then I sewed on a 1/4 inch on each side. You can actually catch the instructions. I have them all written out on my website. If you want to go look at that and print off the PDF, it is it is craftyauthor.com. I wish it was thecraftyauthor.com, but somebody already owns that domain name, and I can't get it. And the sad part is they don't have anything on their website. But I'm not about to pay $100 and something to have some broker go and get it for me. So no worries, Jackie. I completely understand. That does happen. Just relax and enjoy. So yeah, I normally just have the TV on in the background because I'm a big reader. I read a lot. And so I'm usually just listening to whatever's in the background and then reading. I read everything. I have been, wow, that sound is really terrible. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. I didn't know they were gonna start doing that. I bet you people will watch this in years from now, and they'll be like, did you know that there's a horrible sound in your video? That makes me laugh. I'll tell you why that makes me laugh. Because I had a really old video that I did live, probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And I said, I'm going to warn you now, there's going to be a horrible noise in the background. And then years later, people are like, that is terrible. I'm like, I told you, I warned you. You can't win them all, folks. You can't win them all. So anyway, yeah. So if you could be anywhere right now in the world, where would you want to be? I would like to be on a beach in Hawaii. Actually, a very specific beach. I would want to be at Hanauma Bay, snorkeling, because it's my favorite. I wish I were there right now. Memphis. Awesome. You know, I have never been to Memphis. I have heard it is really cool, though. Yeah, kayaking. I've not done that. I bet that's fun. Where's that at, Robin? Right, I'm with you. Let's go. I'm so there. I normally take my rotary cutter and slice through these because goes so much quicker. Hawaii. Oh yeah, British Virgin Islands. Yep, never been there. I haven't been to a lot of places. Guess I better change that. My daughter had a friend. Give me back in 10. Right. Me too. I'll just throw a couple dresses in there and some sandals and we're good to go. Maybe a brush. I'm going to be on the beach. I don't need them. Yeah, did you use the scissors? Yeah. It's still it's kind of comforting. I don't know. I like to rotary cut a lot of things, but sometimes I find that rotary cutting, it's really hard on my back. It's hard on my back. So I'm like, I just want to sit here and just relax. And I've already told you what I normally do, right? When I'm doing this, I turn on old reruns of Miami Vice, my favorite show. So I have stars. In case you don't know the story, if you already know the story, plug your ears. I purposely purchased stars online, and I didn't care how much it cost because my husband was like, why are you buying that? I didn't care because I love Miami Vice. And then somebody told me to look it up on YouTube. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it, but it's okay. I still love it. And so here's the thing. Here's what I love about the stars line up there. I can pick whatever episodes I want to watch. And I totally dig it. I was watching it one night or a couple weeks ago, and they had Don Johnson in his little car. I don't even know what kind of car he drove. I know that sounds pathetic. As a big fan. But they were playing Phil Collins in the Air tonight, and Sonny Crockett was driving. I freaking loved it. It was awesome. So you're making a quilt for a baby. That is awesome. I can kind of see the comments out of the side of my eye here. I don't know. You know, I wish YouTube would make it so that you could just see the comments all the time, but they don't, so. You kid his daddy. I don't know who his dad is. Who is his dad? I mean, even Don Johnson, I mean, he's older than my dad, and I still think he looks pretty good. I mean, just saying. Aw, hi Karen, thank you. I'm glad you're here. I'm really excited to see what this is going to turn out like. These colors are really cool. They're very cool. Have you guys seen, what's his name? Philip Michael Thomas, the one who played Tubbs. He looks exactly the same, except for he has got really, he's all white. Like all his hair is white. It's crazy, but he looks exactly the same. I saw a picture on him, a picture of him on, I think it was Google. I don't know why I was looking on Google at him, but he popped up. But, yeah. craziness. It's kind of funny when you think back to, you know, when you were younger. It seems like it really wasn't that long ago, because life is really short. I think we learn this as we get older, how short life really truly is. When we're young, I think we believe that we're pretty much invincible and that we're going to live forever. Awesome, Gwen. I think you do. You just really start to realize that, oh crap, I'm not going to live forever. Yeah, my 30-year high school reunion is coming up this year, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't seem like I've been out of high school for 30 years. I also, my oldest, my child, my daughter, she's going to be 30. It's, you guys, it's crazy. Just saying. I had her when I was very young. Actually, I had both my kids when I was young. So, I like that. I actually like that. Kind of, you know, you struggle together when you're young and you have children, but I think it brings you closer together because, well, you're learning together. I did not sew these exactly. I'm using 10 colors. So I am making 20 blocks, 10 colors, 2 of each colored block. And then I'll just kind of randomly place them in the quilt. We'll move it around and see what looks like the best color variation. I'm super excited about this quilt. I've been wanting to make a quilt actually for one of my walls in my living room. I don't have any quilts hanging. Well, that's not true. I do have a quilt on my wall. I made it years ago. It was an applique that I cut of 2 elephants, and then I just sewed them. You know, I quilted it and made it a wall hanging, and it's really neat. I do love it. I get a lot of compliments on it when people come in here, but as far as like quilts, you know, I would love to have a beautiful quilt hanging on one of my walls, but just never really gotten to it. I mostly end up giving my quilts away as gifts, and I don't know. Maybe I should make a colorful quilt for my living room wall. It won't match anything because none of these colors are in my color scheme upstairs in my living room. But meh, sometimes it's nice just to mix it up. Oh, I'll tell you a funny story. You'll love this. Does it have to match? No. I don't think it has to match, but like my upstairs is like burgundy. I've thought about that too, Diane. Yeah, my living room is burgundy, and my dining room kind of has that same, no, I wouldn't say burgundy, but it's like a deep red, really deep red. Excuse me. Red is my favorite color, by the way, in case you didn't know that. So like my living room and my dining room are in those colors. And my kitchen has one wall of it. I am working on it. I'm working on changing out the color scheme here in my house. My daughter keeps telling me, it looks like an old person lives here, Mom. And I'm like, an old person does live here. I like it. But, you know, she's young and she's really into all those grays and stuff. And I don't like those colors because they're cold to me. They're cold to me. And I just, you know, as you get older, I think you just like what you like. And so we shall see. I'm working on it. I am working on it. You got the hard part too is getting my husband on board because he really likes a traditional look as well. We both like that. Don't laugh. Excuse me, but oak. Oak cabinets. We like that look. So, hey, it's just warm and comfy. Our house is very cozy. It does, see. They don't understand it yet, Beatrice. They're not there yet, but they will be. It's more important to be comfortable in your home. I mean, when I come home, that's the place where I want to be. Like, I want to sit down and be relaxed. And it's funny because when people do come over to my house, they're like, oh, it's so relaxing. I could just stay here. I love your furniture. I'm like, well, it's because it's meant for comfort. It's meant to be sat on. Do I know where it's best for you to learn to quilt? Are you asking like from like YouTubers, or I'm not sure I understand the question. So I'll give you a couple tips. Yeah, I am. I'm making a quilt and the pattern is attached below. That is correct. If you're looking for really, really, really basic quilting stuff, I actually have videos on how to do that. If you go on YouTube and you look on my playlists, you'll be able to go through. When I make quilts, I walk you through pretty much through every step of the way. On some of them, I don't, but on the vast majority of them, I do. I would recommend that if you are a beginner quilter, that you start with something that's easy and not real complicated. And also, I recommend starting with something that is small because, Debbie, if you go to craftyauthor.com, you will see that there at the very top, you'll see the Sawtooth Star Sew Along. It probably says Sew Along. That you can see the pattern for this one there. And it's also in the first video. Yes, thank you, Diane. But you want to keep it simple and you want to keep it fairly small when you're first starting out. You can also take classes if you want to, if you don't want to learn on YouTube. You can always go to, like, I think rec centers, and I know that local quilt shops, hi Sophie, will sometimes offer classes, beginning classes on how to make a quilt. I've actually thought about teaching one of those. There are other quilters who are online as well. So I've talked a little bit the other day about Karen Brown. She is on Just Get It Done Quilts. She talks about colors, choosing colors. She talks about she talks a lot about a lot of things. She's a very advanced quilter, but she does talk about some things that are really helpful for in the beginning. Yes, Joanne Fabrics, Joanne's does have quilting classes as well. Yes, that is, thank you. I forgot about that. I should know these things. And Karen is so funny. I know, she cracks me up. I don't know her. I don't know her at all, but I do watch her. She gives me a good chuckle. I was so sad when her doggy died. It was so sad for her. Hi, Sophie. Yeah, I got my Sophie here. I don't think you can see her. She's a black lab. Nope, she's not over by my chair, but she's by my leg. Sometimes you see her. Sometimes she'll come in here. Sophie gets really irritated if I'm down here too long sewing. She'll give me a nudge. She lets me know it's time, Mom, to stop. So she's funny. And she is definitely my dog. She is very protective of me, so I can't complain. Love dogs. We had a golden retriever. His name was Rocky, and he was amazeballs. I loved him. But he was my daughter's dog more than anything. He really took to her. And he gave my husband so much grief. It was awesome. So we got him as a puppy, and my husband tells me, because he didn't want a dog, but my daughter begged her dad to have a dog. So he broke down and he was like, okay, fine. And so I bring this dog home, and my husband's like, that dog is going to be outside all the time. And I'm like, I grew up with dogs. We never put our dogs outside all the time. They didn't live outside. They lived inside with us. So I was like, oh, that's so mean, whatever. Anyway, this dog, he pretty much told my husband, screw you. No, I'm not going to be outside. I'm going to be in that house with you guys. So the first night that he's at our house as a puppy, he yelps all night. Well, I shouldn't say all night. He yelped for a couple of hours. Finally, I told my husband, I'm like, you have to let him in. So we did. We let him back in. And that was the end of that. He slept inside the house all night. But my husband was like, fine, but he has to sleep in a kennel. And I was like, oh, okay. Once again, I didn't grow up like that. Our dogs always just slept wherever, right? So the dog gets mad, and he breaks out of the kennel. Literally busts up a metal kennel. Breaks out, running around the house and whatnot. So, you know, as long as he was being good, we really didn't care. And he was good when he was outside of the kennel. He didn't cause any problems. Even when we were gone, he was great. So my husband lost that battle. Then my husband was going to be nice enough, and so he was like, because we had this huge backyard, and so he built the dog this huge dog run, just so he'd have his own space, and even had heating and air conditioning in the dog house, because the dog house went underneath the vent in our kitchen. And so Brandon, my husband, he made it so that the dog could have air conditioning and heat, right? Oh, nope, not good enough. The dog tore down the 6-foot privacy fence and all the fencing around it. So that ended all the projects with the dog. And Rocky was free to do whatever he wanted in the house. God. But he was a great dog. He really was. He loved to go on walks. He never used the bathroom in the house. He was fantastic. So, but he sure gave my husband a run for his money. It's pretty hilarious, actually. We laugh about it today. So when we got Sophie, what's the matter, Sophie? What's the matter? There's people upstairs, huh? Yeah. Did you see her? She's She's quite the little gal. Come here. You want to say hi to all the people? Come here. Hey, come here. Hey, come here. There you go. You say hi? There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I think I told you guys that story too. But when we got her, my husband, we had to take her to the pet store and buy her all her little puppy toys. Hey, can I move the chair back? Please? Can I move the chair back? Huh? I gotta finish cutting. Thank you. She's like, but they're still here, Mom. They're still here. Oh. 17 years ago, huh? Yeah. I'm a big animal fan. I just love dogs and cats. I really do. They're pretty special. I did have a cat too. Her name was Tinkerbell. She was so pretty. And she had she was gray and white. She looked like an Egyptian cat. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those, but they are beautiful. And she behaved like one too. But she was also feral. And I got her, funny, when I went to take Rocky to get his teeth cleaned at the vet clinic. And the veterinarian's office just so happened to have this beautiful, cute little kitten there. And Rocky walked over to her and started pawing at the glass, and she started meowing. And I called my husband and I told him that I was getting a kitten, and he told me, no, you're not. We're not getting a cat. And I was like, yeah, we kind of are, because I'm allergic to cats, but I don't care. I love them anyway. And so he told me no again, and I said, well, I'm bringing Tinkerbell home with me. And he was like, great, you've already named it. We're screwed. So I came home with Tinkerbell, and she was, like I said, she was a little bit feral, but she really took to me, so she was my kitty. Oh, I hope they found really good homes. That was a nice thing to do. And so she, sorry, I had to think about that for a second. What was I saying? Oh, Tinkerbell. Oh, she took to me right away. So anyway, long story short, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I don't remember, she went missing. She never went missing. This cat was an amazing hunter. I mean, I watched her walk a raccoon off of our property one night, and I thought for sure that raccoon was going to jack her up. But it didn't. She walked it off the property, and it went across the street, and she came back home, and everything was fine. She was just such an amazing hunter. So I really didn't worry too much about her, but she loved to be outside. That cat hated to be inside. And so she went missing, and of course I was a mess. Day 2, when she didn't come home, was freaking out, crying, oh my God, my cat, something's wrong with her. And my husband was like, well, let's look for her. So we did. We couldn't find her. Come to find out, the next day, my dog was outside barking like crazy at my neighbor. And of course, I'm like yelling at my dog. Hang on a second. I got to get some more of these clips. What you doing, South girls? So I was telling Sophie, and like, you need to be quiet, blah, blah, blah. And my neighbor is outside, and she goes, hey, I think your kitty's under my deck. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I heard a cat crying. I think your kitty's under my deck. Excuse me. So I go over there and I look, and my cat was underneath her deck. Well, she told me, you can dismantle my deck if you need to get her, because she wouldn't come out. And I said, nah. I said, but if you have some tuna fish, I'll... Oh, how sweet. Debbie, that's so sweet. I told her to, get some tuna. So she did, and we got her out. Then I brought her home. And her paw was dangling. And she had dislocated her shoulder. And, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I cried just like Sophie just did. So, of course, I took her to the vet. And my daughter, of course, because she knew, because she worked in veterinary medicine, she kept telling me, Mom, because I made her go with me to take her. And she kept saying, Mom, you need to prepare yourself. You need to prepare yourself. You may have to put her to sleep. And I was like, no, she's going to be okay. They can just do surgery. Yeah, you get her to the vet, and she was 12. And the vet tells me she's way too old, number one. And number two, the way that her shoulder was dislocated, they could have done surgery on it, but the tendons were torn so bad. And she said that even if they did repair it, she may not recover, and she would never be the same again. And I'm telling you, that cat she loved to be outside. So I wasn't going to do that to her. And so I had to put her to sleep. And, man, that sucked. It sucked so bad. I cried so hard. And, it still makes me sad. But she's in a better place now, so it's okay. But she, yeah, she was such a beautiful kitty, too. She was amazeballs. But that's life, right? Nobody gets out of this life alive. I mean, it's just the freaking reality, right? But, yeah. So I've wanted to get another kitty, but I probably won't. I just probably won't. Although then I see these animals in the shelter, and I'm like, oh, I need to go rescue them. Just makes me sad. And I don't know. I just have a soft heart for them. I have a soft heart for animals and kids. I just do. So. We're almost done. Can you believe that? Can't believe I'm almost done cutting all these. Like I said too, I sewed some of these really screwy. And then the tension on my machine, because remember I told you this is not my machine. The tension is different. I don't know. I need my sewing machine back. I'm doing great, Brenda. Or are you talking to your grandma? What's it like in Kentucky right now? Is it raining? It's like raining and snowing here in Denver. Oh, wow. Wow. Raining and cold in Ohio. Yeah, it's cold here. It's been cold today. Oh, me. Awesome. I'm doing great. To 80 tomorrow. Wow. Ooh, spring is there. It was like that here the other day. So in Colorado, cloudy, huh, Diane? So in Colorado, we have the weirdest weather here. You can have all 4 seasons. 70. I'm so jealous. Hi. You get all 4 seasons in Colorado. So you always are prepared. You always have stuff in your car. So you always have tennis shoes in your car. You always have a pair of sweatpants or a pair of shorts. Because you can have, like I said, all 4 seasons. An umbrella and an ice scraper and gloves and earmuffs and a jacket or a coat. And usually it will be like, oh, I don't know, 75, 80 degrees. The next day it'll snow. 64 in Phoenix. My father-in-law lives in Sun City. You guys are lucky. It's warm. But that's kind of chilly right now for Phoenix, right? Isn't Phoenix? Phoenix is usually pretty warm about now. At least it was when I visited. It was hot. That's what I thought. I thought so. Every time I go to Hawaii, that's where we have our layover. Right there in Phoenix. Aw, a border collie. Cute. 45 in Michigan. Burr. 85 2 days ago. Yep, I believe that. Oh, I'm ready for summer. I think I am ready for summer. What's the matter? Sophie, the door is open. You can go upstairs. Good grief. Oh, this dog, I tell you. Sophie is a high maintenance girl. I am cutting our half square triangles that I sewed together for the Sawtooth Star Block. It's a free pattern. If you'd like to join in on that, you can get the pattern down below on the first video that says sew along number 1. I'll put it on this one as well, but I have to do it after I post the video because live is a little weird. This being domestic is killing me. Bye. I'll see you later. I'll see you Monday. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you're not, Cindy. You know what? Let me encourage you. Trust yourself. It's gonna be okay. For reals. You know what? You're not gonna screw it up. Trust me, you won't. And if you do, that's what a seam ripper is for. The only person that's gonna notice your mistakes is you. Start with something simple. I made, if you have some scraps, I made a scrap quilt video. Or actually, I have a series called Scrap Quilt Series. Scrap Buster Series, I think is what it's called. It's in a playlist. Go and take, aw, thank you, Candy. Go and, okay, so go and look up that scrap video, that scrap playlist on here, okay? And look at how I made that scrap quilt, because I'm going to tell you right now, there was no method to my madness. I just pulled scraps out of a bag. I mean, I didn't even have them cut into squares or triangles or anything. They were literally scraps. Because, you know what? Sometimes you don't want to have a perfect scrap quilt. Sometimes you just want scraps. And so I took all these different scraps and I cut them as I went, and I kept sewing onto these different scraps, and it made all these different sizes and patterns, and I just kept doing it until the quilt just kept growing and growing and growing and growing, and it turned out really cool. Really cool. Check it out. I think you will like it, and it'll give you some confidence. And with a scrap quilt, make it for yourself. And then if it isn't, it's start. You have to start somewhere, okay? We all started somewhere. And it takes a lot of practice. It really, really takes a lot of practice. Anybody who tells you that they just jumped right in and did this is lying. It takes practice. And it takes patience. And it takes a, you know, it's like anything in life. But you can do it. You can totally do it. I'm encouraging you to make a scrap quilt. And if you have questions, everybody is here too. Everybody on the channel, if you post questions, people will help you. They will answer questions. I've seen people do that. If I can't get to the questions, other people have answered, and that's fine because you learn from your peers. So, and you can also join my Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group. If you ask questions in there, that people are so helpful in there, and they're so encouraging. And you can share your projects and whatnot, and everybody's like, wow, these are really pretty, or, you know, how did you do that? It's cool. I want to know how to do that. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to start. It's just how you got to start somewhere. I want to show you what I've done. I'm going to back this up just a tad. There we go. So I cut all of those apart. These are all ready now to be pressed. So I will press, in case you guys want to move along and you're following along, I will press all of these to the dark side. It's like Star Wars, going to the dark side. Just kidding. Not really, but yeah, so press to the dark side, and then you're going to want to trim your dog ears, or you can actually wait until you go to square it up. Once you go to square it up, you can also cut off the dog ears. And by squaring up, I mean we're going to square up these triangles. We're going to square them up to 3.5 inches. Anita, I have, I got these clips, these little colored clips from this little tin can off of Amazon. And I have an Amazon store link down below that if you click on that, it will take you to the store, and you can click on quilting supplies, and it will show you where you got this little. Hi, Jane. Welcome from England. Wow, you're across the pond. You're far. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. But you can find this little tin. These little clips, they come inside of this little tin. I think I paid, like I said, I got this at Christmas, and I paid like $6.99 for this. It was on special. I think it's like $9.99 or $12.99 now, but I have a link to the little shop that I bought it from. Hi, Carlotta. Welcome. So yeah, that's where you can get that. I know you can't see my face. I have you guys looking at the little things right now. Here, let me move. If you're dizzy, close your eyes. There, is that better? Let me push this down just a tad. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess it is kind of weird when I'm sitting there talking to you. And you really can't see my face, right? It's a little different. Aim my camera up some more. Okay. Is that better? Oh, my beautiful fabric. Yeah, there's a lot of fabric in there. I've got to use all that up. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll make some quilt kits. I don't know. I haven't decided. Would anybody be interested in that if I made quilt kits of something? I mean, I don't know what I would do with them, but I have thought about doing that. I get my fabric at Joann's. I just want to be like, come on over. I get my fabric at Joann's. I get my fabric from Above and Beyond Sewing, which is that quilt store I was telling you about. I have gotten some of it from Missouri Star and Hobby Lobby. Mostly, though, most of this has come from Joann's. believe it or not. And let me think, Cricut, believe it or not, because Cricut was selling with their Cricut Maker, because their Cricut Maker can cut fabric. So they were selling Riley Blake fabric. With you. I didn't understand that. Can you say that again? Oh no, I can't see. Oh, hold on. I'm making your quilt with you. I can get a star from 2 layer cakes. Awesome. Good, Nancy. I'm glad to hear that. $12.99. Okay, thank you for looking into that. So yes, those clips, they're $12.99. No, I have never been to Pennsylvania. Do they have some amazing quilt shops? I've heard that they have amazing quilt shops in Texas. Hi, Carol. Welcome. You guys, I got to turn off this light. It's blinding me. Sorry. I can't see anything. Robles Fabric Store. Huh, I've never heard of it. Oh, I made my husband a quilt from Jordan. Yep, 100 clips. That's right. It is a fabulous price because I bought these little red ones. This is my own box. Okay. These are a brand name. I'm not going to say the name because these work really well. Okay. They work just as good as these little colored ones. This is a brand name. And I got a good deal on these. I got 50, I want to say for, oh my goodness. Oh, I bought them so long ago. $25, maybe. And then I had a coupon. So yeah, the little tin is this is a really good buy. And it has the little lid that goes on top. Highly recommend them. I've never had an issue with their clips. I think they're great. You have a great weekend too, Candy. I'll see you later. I'll see you Monday. You take care. Thanks for watching. So yeah, actually, I think we should probably wrap it up. I've been going for about 63 minutes. See, we could just stay here and chat all night. We could chat for 2 hours. But anyway, so that's what so this is what we got done today. We got the half square triangles all cut and ready to go. Like I said, if you want to press them, you can press them to the dark side. I will be showing you how to square them up on, I don't know, either Monday or Tuesday. This small, I'll look them up. That's pretty awesome. Thank you, Debbie. 2 10-inch squares. You get the whole quilt. That's fantastic. So 1 layer cake will make the whole quilt. That's awesome. Jane, I am on every day. Right now, we're doing the sew along. I'll see you later, Jackie. Thank you. See you Monday. Jane, I am on Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. And so I'm doing this daily. And we're doing this through the coronavirus. I'll be on daily. I can't do daily forever because I work a full-time job. But through this coronavirus stuff, I'm going to be doing this every day at 5 p.m. And so we're making a sawtooth star quilt pattern. And you're welcome to join in if you want that pattern. I think I told you it's at craftyauthor.com. Just go in there and take a look there. And then normally I post on Tuesdays and Fridays on YouTube consistently. So if you want to get notified every time that I come online, you can click the subscribe button and you'll get notified each and every time I upload a new video. So Tuesdays, I normally do a Sewing Talk Tuesday video where we talk about everything sewing. I show you kind of the projects that I'm working on or new items that I've purchased for the sewing room, that sort of thing. We just kind of chit chat. And then that is a pre-recorded video, by the way. I don't do that one live. And I don't do Friday's video live either. So Fridays is when I do most of my project videos. So I will upload, like if I'm making a zippered bag, or if we're doing like a quilt series, I will show you how to make a certain portion in the quilt series and whatnot. So take a look at the playlist that I have here on my YouTube channel, and you can see some of the things that I do. And also you can see what like Sewing Talk Tuesday is all about too. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here. So anyway, welcome. I appreciate you being here, and I thank you all for watching me and for interacting, and hope everybody is feeling much better and lighter today. And I hope that yes, I hope that you all stay healthy. Please take care of yourselves and your family. Be kind. And I will see you guys on Monday. Take it easy. Bye-bye.